What is Etsy e-com? Is it like Shopify? This is a very common question. So Shopify and Etsy are very, very different. So both of them are forms of e-commerce, which just means you're selling stuff online, right? So e-commerce is the overarching thing, right? And then Etsy is a different method to Shopify. So Etsy is a marketplace, so it's much more comparable to eBay or Amazon. So eBay and Amazon are both marketplaces. You're listing your items on their platform. Whereas with Shopify is just a website hosting platform. They're kind of irrelevant in the situation. You could use a bunch of different things like Wix, things like this, different website builders, random one. They're just hosting their website. So they've just got the servers, the coding things. Like, it doesn't really matter, whatever. Typically with Shopify dropshipping, no, not typically, all the time, you have to bring the traffic to the platform. So with Shopify, if you just make a new website today, like do whatever, right? It doesn't really matter because you're not going to get any traffic to the platform without bringing it to the platform. But yeah, so Shopify dropshipping, you have to bring the traffic to the platform through Facebook or through whatever. So you have to master building a Shopify website and doing that well. Then you also have to figure out how to actually bring Facebook advertisements or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever one to that actual platform. So you've got to bear that in mind. Whereas with Etsy, everything's on platform. So the methods that I talk about, the methods that I personally do, and I recommend in these live chats and recommend inside of my private program, Etsy Kings, is to keep everything on platform. Not to do things off platform, but to master Etsy and become an Etsy god, an Etsy king. That's why it's very, very different. And there's a lot of different nuances in this as well. Typically with Etsy, you're going to be focusing on your unique or handmade products. Whereas Shopify, you could be selling whatever. You could be selling whiteboards, you could be selling pillows, you could be selling whatever. You could be selling cameras. Whereas a whiteboard or a camera is not really going to work on the Etsy platform, but a pillowcase potentially could, because it could have been, it's unique, handmade, whatever. So I think that gives a brief explanation.